And it's not that I don't like her as an actress. It's the character I just find abrasive. And I'm going to stick with it. She's not a good person.
Welcome back to Interesting Title and Terrible Hosts. Today we are talking about the final 3 episodes of Ironheart. But first, we are going to dive into some comments that we got on the last episode.
Yeah, some of these I've heard a couple of things about. I've been waiting for today to sort of dig in.
You don't even know what color you are right now.
Yeah, I don't know. What that's, I liked it, but I would go with Yandu Blue this week.
Yandu Blue is very cool.
But I don't know. Yeah, maybe it'll.
Although you made a great. You look like a great maestro.
Yes. The show was okay, but she was overacting. The dialogue is bad. Anything is better than She-Hulk. Pros and cons.
It's like...
Can't just add pros and cons.
Yeah. Kinda, but like, I don't know. How long are we going to hold on to She-Hulk and just rip into that?
Yeah.
I don't think...
I don't think it's even the worst anymore.
Yeah,
Secret Invasion is.
It's really not the worst show.
Yeah.
No.
Secret Invasion.
And like, the first episode was like kind of good too. I don't even say that for Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
I enjoyed She-Hulk. I thought She-Hulk was a little step outside the box.
I mean, it was cheesy.
I liked the ending, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
I do
just
too.
everything in the middle and then her getting to the end and then being like, where'd all the time go? I don't know.
Yeah.
And they included Daredevil in there, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to see more of her
The
coming
Hulk,
around.
right? Her cousin.
Yeah. Hey, that's how we got Sakaar or Scar.
Yeah, Scar. Yeah.
It's Doom. He's coming for something in that universe he needs, like a really powerful cape.
Well, I guess that was wrong.
It was a good show. Y'all overthinking this. I know.
I mean,
I
kinda
would
right.
half agree. I don't think we're overthinking. I mean, this is basically what we do.
Yeah.
This is-
Did we
is
even
a
like
little
rate
bit,
it by the end?
What happened?
I think we did.
I didn't grade it.
I think it was-
decided I
graded.
wasn't going
I
to.
think I graded it a 5 so far.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I
the
still-
first 3 episodes.
It still has that 4:30 movie vibe to me. I'm going to stick with that.
The lighting on the guy in the middle is not
Oh,
flattering.
that was
Fucking funny.
that had me giggling all day. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
I really just have a green complexion.
What do you mean? He looks absolutely normal. Maybe a tiny hint of yellow, tiny smudge.
There's
And then
one pretty...
AJ said we made some green. And then you said I can't stop laughing.
I can't stop laughing. I just couldn't stop laughing.
There's a really good one in there that's like kind of newer, but we'll get to it.
You all say you liked it, but based on much of your conversation here, I have to question whether or not you actually watched it or just read other reviews for it.
Yeah, so like...
Oh, that was.
I saw
bull.
that comment and it's just
I think
like,
it might
that's
be
just
because
such rage bait.
he might have said it after, because I released like the day of episode 4 through 6, so it might just be
Yeah.
that like he's
I don't know. That's like
Whatever.
such a rage bait one. I mean,
Eh.
we mentioned specifics of the
I don't know.
scenes. And
And
shit,
I
so-
actually don't watch any other reviews anymore on anything. I just make it a thing now.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just don't watch reviews in general.
So the last one.
I actually hate podcasts.
Interesting title. Kind of like how this channel is a great
That one
concept
killed
with
me.
terrible hosts.
Oh man.
Alex, I need a hug.
Oh
Great
man.
concept with terrible host.
That's
So
all right.
I think that's what we should change the name to. Great concept with terrible host.
Terrible.
There was one where it's like the guy in the middle looks like my vomit after watching
Yes, I
Ironheart.
read that one. Yeah.
Oh boy!
After watching the show.
Yeah.
Oh boy! Maybe that's what it is. The show made me green.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see that.
That's fucking funny.
Oh my
I guess
God.
it,
Cool. Keep the comments coming.
Yeah.
That's what we're
That's
about.
funny.
You know, you get what you get.
Yeah.
I can't say I did not enjoy the show. I enjoyed it, but to me, it just still has that 4:30 after school television vibe, where it has this weird underlying message. You know.
I think in general, the worst thing about the show was the main character.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
still
found
gonna
it very
maintain-
hard to like her.
I'm still gonna maintain she's not really a good person. She keeps asking the
Right.
question.
Not the I'm not talking about the actress,
No.
the acting, the dialogue, whatever.
yeah.
I'm just talking about the character in
character.
general. I found it very hard for me
Yeah.
to be rooting for her.
No,
I
exactly.
agree.
Yeah.
And now
Oh,
it's
well.
seemingly she's joined the other side.
Yeah, well,
you know.
that falls in line with seems like her personality.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it's all about her.
the me, yeah.
It really makes me like question like where they're gonna go with her
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
or anyone in this show.
Yeah.
She's just a fucking misery.
Yeah.
The whole show.
Yeah. I don't want to get to the end yet. I want to
Yeah.
walk through this
Mhm.
3 episodes.
On the whole, I thought these final 3 episodes were just like actually really good
Yep.
for the most
I
part.
thought 4 and 5 were like just actually pretty great, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I think if episodes 2 and 3 were that quality and like they released it not in 2-3 episode things, and like I feel like we'd be talking about it like Agatha. So I don't know, it's just unfortunate show.
Yeah, it's kind of just up and down, and I don't really know what to make of the ending.
I feel like the ending is just like so confusing too, but still, I guess we got more to talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, it was definitely things that went on in this show, and like still nobody's coming after. Her suit is in the middle of the road, torn apart, smashed. The entire neighborhood's destroyed. They wrecked a restaurant, and nobody comes to
A White
get her.
Castle.
Well,
A White Castle.
I wonder with the
Exactly.
ending if that like I don't. You can almost like no prize it with saying that Mephisto has some guy that's like on the police force or whatever, just telling people not to go after her. I don't know. Like there is an explanation, I suppose.
Can seemingly just alter reality.
Yeah, I suppose.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, he seems like he's in control of more than just influence.
I'm gonna go basic and just say it's Chicago. Nobody gives a shit.
Oh boy.
It's just another day.
I think we're going to be looking at more comments.
Oh, I love Chicago.
I mean,
but
might kind of be
you
right
know.
though.
it's like yeah,
I don't know. It's
Maybe.
so many different things going on.
supporting character,
Yeah, I like them.
all of them.
Yeah.
All really good.
Most certainly.
Production value you had mentioned
Yes.
was
I
like
think
right
it
on.
still looked great.
Even the upgrade done to
Stain.
Stain. I
Yeah.
thought
Just
I kind of
Pretty
still
comic
has,
accurate too.
Yeah, and he still has that humility going on and
Yeah.
everything else, but he's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
I
Alden
kind of liked them.
Elric, right? Aldrich?
I don't know.
I don't remember. It's the Han Solo guy.
Yeah.
He's a good actor. Like I thought. I mean, we were watching together. and we were saying
His dynamic with the
yeah.
hood is just fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
it
pretty
great.
good. I actually liked the chemistry.
Hope it's
between
something we see again.
Yeah.
Kind of feels like something that could just never happen again in the MCU.
The Hood never impressed me from the beginning. I mean, even after he got everything he wanted, I was kind of looking at him saying, you have this all this power, and it's just to get stuff.
Yeah.
those. Yeah.
It was kind of like you had a table full of food, and, you know, it's like,
Yeah, living
really?
like a king, you know.
Really?
Living
Is
like
that-
a king? Yeah,
but
I don't know.
is that the motivation? You have this...
And it seems like that's what it was when he was asked, "What do you want?"
Yeah, that's
at the
exactly what
table,
it
You
was.
you
want
know?
a filthy rich.
Yeah, that's all he had in mind.
Yeah. But I guess that's part of maybe that's what the curse was in him. It just that was his mindset. So
Yeah.
what made him what he thought he wanted also took him down. You know?
It kind of threw me too when I found out that he was actually the guy's son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That I was like, I didn't expect that, and it made it a little more easy to accept. You get kicked out when you're 12 out of this multi-billionaire family, whatever
your
that
mother
should have
passes
been
away.
yours.
So you
Yeah.
lose your mother,
Yeah.
you lose your your way of living
Yeah.
in that house, and your father.
Yeah. So I
Your
could see
father
the
turns you
revenge and
away.
everything. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like how it just made him like more ruthless than his father. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a new story at all, but like it's
Yeah.
very good. I still just think like his acting is like outclassing everyone else,
Like,
especially like the whole dynamic after I guess episode 4 onwards when she's like still working, Ironheart's still working there, working,
Yeah.
and like just how she can clearly tell that like something's up with him, and just like how he's just playing it like a boss still
Right.
though it's just
right.
like I don't know, it's just so well played
Yeah.
Yeah.
for him.
I was saying to you, like, it's fucking crazy that he doesn't get more roles, Anthony Ramos, or like at least none that I really know. Like he might be in a Transformers thing.
He is, yeah.
Yeah. And then like outside of that, like I've only ever seen him in like commercials.
Yeah, but he does a lot of stage work, and he's very
Okay,
well
yeah.
known and very popular in stage work.
And,
Yeah.
like I'm wondering if he
Yeah.
just does big MCU Disney fucking just blockbuster projects for
Yeah.
money.
Well, I mean, I'm saying like he could show up in something else and probably
Right.
knock it out of the park. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, no doubt. He's definitely a great actor.
I mean, if like Tom Holland can get The Odyssey with Nolan, I'm sure this kid could.
and the other gentleman who played his cousin, who got killed off,
John.
Yeah.
John,
Yeah.
I thought he was a great actor also. I thought
Yeah.
all the
I feel
parts he played were pretty
I feel like
well.
there just wasn't enough for me to like
Latch
to
on.
latch
Yeah.
on. But even when they went back and were robbing what we found out was the father's house
Right.
later,
Mm-hmm.
he was pretty good in some of those scenes, but he was a stone cold killer.
Oh yeah.
That's why I wish they had him on for longer.
Yeah.
It sucks that they killed him off so
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of a trope in these MCU things.
Yeah.
True.
Although for our main villains, in this one, they're all, I mean, both still around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got some just like timeline stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The show is supposed to come out in 2023, so that's why it's been in production for so long, before the Marvels, and it's also supposed to take place in 2025, 1 year before the Marvels. So like we don't really know what's going on with the Young Avengers stuff
Yeah.
right now.
Okay.
Or you're saying like we're not supposed to know that the Young Avengers initiative has
Yeah.
started?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
It does make significantly less sense now that, like, I mean, she's what? She's in, like, fucking hell with her best friend or something.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think she's in regular Chicago. They seem to be stuck in that garage.
I don't know,
and there's
'cause-
orange lights outside. So I don't know.
Could just be golden hour.
Yeah, I was just very confused. I had thought that he was just. We mentioned it. Is Natalie really back,
Yeah, or is it?
or
Or is it just
or
for her?
was that just like images he was putting in her
And when?
mind
Yeah. Yeah.
to make her shake
Mm-hmm.
his hand? You
Mm.
know.
I don't know.
We actually haven't seen the handshake.
Yeah, she did. Because
She-
then
Yeah,
her
she did.
She got
the
the
veins
veins. in,
started to go.
Yeah,
on
she
her
starts
arm.
to get corrupted.
Yeah.
After she hugs Natalie when she's back.
That I saw. I saw
See,
that
Yeah,
happen.
but then she reached across the table,
Ah.
and that as soon as she touched him, you
Yeah.
seen like those black veins.
veins start.
Something I noticed is in the background, like her Ironheart suit is there, and it's wearing the hood.
Is it?
The yeah, it
Wow.
has the hood on,
Oh,
like
boy.
the suit.
Oh,
You didn't notice that.
No, I didn't. I know
Some
why.
guy on Twitter did.
Yes, yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Also, she's gotten Mephisto got in her head already.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's interesting.
I do like how in the show the fucking villains won. Like in
Yeah.
every way, really.
Yeah.
well, one specific villain I would have to say, or like Mephisto one.
Yeah. So, what did happen to the Hood himself? I mean, he's
Well,
still alive.
He still has money.
Yeah.
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 Like he still has
He's a
that
billionaire.
control.
Mhm.
So he has the means to figure out another magical source of power.
Mm-hmm.
And, like
you
we
know,
see what happens in
he
the ending.
meets up with Zelma,
Yeah.
who we haven't mentioned yet, who I thought was a cool inclusion into this.
Yeah.
She is in the comics Doctor Strange's like apprentice.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
I think she's like a librarian for him too.
yes, yeah.
I wonder if
they're
in the-
making Strange Academy. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think
So,
that's confirmed,
cool.
by the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Also, like, probably gonna cut this out, but I wonder if Zelma is supposed to be Velma,
Like,
just
I-
based off the name.
maybe,
Yeah.
but I don't know. She's like her own comic character.
Well, I know that, but I wonder if just in the comics
Mm.
they named her that. Anyways,
Yeah. So that's a cool character,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you know,
she's a
they
great
have
character,
direct mention to like
Yeah.
Doctor Strange and
Mhm.
Kamar-Taj
A
and
few
everything.
times.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I was hoping they would have went the other way when they showed up at that store. Would have been nice. Well, for me anyway, if it was Jennifer Kale, the High Priestess from Agatha,
We
Yeah,
said
we
the
were
same
talking about
thing,
that.
and
because she's got her act together.
yeah.
As opposed to this young girl who's just learning. I mean, she got the dimension wrong, obviously.
Mhm.
You know, she was talking about Dormammu,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's not.
No.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a good nod to the comics, though.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah.
That was a good part, though, when Ironheart says Dormammu, and he's like,
Oh,
"Oh,
that- I
no,
laughed
no,
my-
no."
Yeah, I love that
Yeah. We'll talk.
Oh, no, yeah.
We'll talk about him.
Yeah.
a little bit later.
Yeah.
Oh, no, no, no.
We said the same thing though about like wanting it to be someone from Agatha, but
Yeah.
Jack brought up the point that it's probably two separate production.
Yeah, I
things
know.
and-
I don't know. Yeah, it's always like that. Never give you
Mhm.
give you a little bit of something that's
although there was something I saw on, like, you can see a tattoo on the hood where it's the frog that White Tiger was talking about.
oh really?
Yeah, it's like the same.
Yeah, they're both Puerto
art.
Rican.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Ah,
Cool.
pretty
I don't know if that's like
All right. That's cool.
intentional or what, but
Mhm.
That's something we'll have to look into. Wow.
how do we look into it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Elon Musk said
When
on
I'm
Twitter.
green, maybe I'll figure it out.
turning into a frog slowly.
What'd you think of the story? I mean, the actual story.
I liked
from
it
1
once
to
it started
6.
like building,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
and like there are a lot of callbacks, which is why I
I
say
still
we
have
liked
a
it
little
as-
problem with them. Okay, now the mom shows up with the car. I bought it back.
Yeah,
you know, it's a $100-something-thousand car.
Yeah,
and then they
Yeah,
start,
I was confused.
Yeah.
I meant
Then
to bring
they
this
start
up.
taking it apart and making.
Yeah, I know.
I meant to bring up, like, even last time, it seems like she has like money, but like there's still the whole thing of like the Iron Man scholarship. And I don't. It's just like a little confusing to me because like she paid for some fucking janitor to spy on her.
Just buy her.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. It's just a little bit silly to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't know a whole lot about the mom and what she has, and I mean, she's just there as a mom,
Yeah.
but she's definitely got some stuff going on.
I dug all the supporting characters. I
Yeah.
thought they played it
Mhm.
so good. The brother, Natalie's brother,
He actually built on me. I can like him. You know, once I found out who he really was.
Yeah.
Yeah, at first I was very confused. I'm like, well, what's the point of this character?
I was it was kind of weird. I felt bad when he first seen Natalie again as the AI.
Yeah, because it freaked him out.
His yeah, right, exactly.
That was the reaction I was waiting for.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
that right?
I thought it was weird when he kind of just had the 180 on it.
I know, but I could understand that too.
Yeah.
You know, it's somebody you love dearly, and initially it's like, what'd you create this abomination for? That's not my sister, whatever. But at the same time, you got to say to yourself, I miss this. I miss that voice. I miss, talking with her.
But you got to look at it to Ironheart. It's more her. It's more her to Ironheart than it is him because it came out of her mind.
Right,
So it's
correct.
her version of her. So the brother looks at it. Yeah, it's an abomination because I can't react with it.
I
the
feel like
same
they
way.
didn't even really play on that too much in the show, though. Like, I was kind of just hoping for more of that type of stuff.
Yeah, he kind of wasn't very happy with it, and then the next time we saw him, he was
he
pretty,
showed up.
pretty content.
Yeah.
Well, he was. He
Well,
was
he
still
told
a
her.
little.
He said,
Yeah, he was
told
still
her.
a little bit arm's length.
He told her,
Yeah,
I don't like it, but
Yeah.
My favorite part was, well, not my favorite part, but I really liked the little kid that just showed up
So
again.
I was going to say the same
And then
thing. Yeah.
Jack just, I don't know if anyone saw the movie Elemental, but Jack just like said that he reminded him of the little kid from Elemental.
I've never seen
Claude
he
or
owed me
whatever.
about $600 now.
Yeah.
Claude, actually.
Claude, yeah.
Fucking funny. I got like a little, I guess, response to something you said last episode. The whole like Tony Stark wouldn't be Iron Man thing.
Yeah.
She never says Tony Stark would never be Iron Man without his billions of dollars, and she never tears down Tony's legacy or anything like that. She says, "I need cash, money. Do you think Tony Stark would be Tony Stark if he wasn't a billionaire? No shade. That's just the way the world works. And the AI for my prototype already costs millions of dollars, which clearly I don't have. So,
But he still made
the point
the suit in a cave.
the point
so.
is he had all the education in the world.
Mhm.
Like, he never really had to worry about like not being able to like educate himself, I guess.
Yeah. Well, also something that I thought they did well in think it's 5 is, and it kind of plays to another point that I had where it's like Tony in Iron Man 3 is very resourceful and he's making weaponry out of shit from a hardware store to fight these people.
Yep.
I thought that she was very resourceful in a similar way in the White Castle,
Yeah.
using like her engineering brain to fucking blow Clown across the rest.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
just
cool.
laughing because
Across the
fucking White
restaurant.
Castle sponsor.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I guess I was wrong about that, but
She also does like say that he was huge to the field. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's where it was a little contradictory for me though, because like I get what she's trying to say, but at the same time, like I feel like he still would be Tony Stark though, regardless of the billions of dollars.
I'm just saying, like, she isn't totally impressed because that was a weird noise from my mouth, but she isn't totally impressed because she feels like she is of like the same skill, but just isn't getting recognized for it because she doesn't have the same resources.
Yeah, and I feel like you could say that's kind of like a statement that the show is trying to make, like
Yeah.
the black female character doesn't get the same respect that Tony gets
Yeah.
because she's a black female
I
character.
didn't feel like that.
Yeah.
Overall I didn't feel like
I
that,
didn't
but
feel like that.
I guess you could make the argument that,
Yeah.
that
I mean, they dropped a lot of names. They
Oh,
kept,
yeah.
they dropped
I think more in this than
Hank
probably
Pym,
anything else.
right?
That,
Tony
we've
Stark,
seen, yeah.
Yeah.
a bunch of other names from the Marvel universe. And
I
you
will
know,
say though, I do think that there's a large population of people that hate this show because she is a black woman.
you think?
I think this isn't this right now the lowest rated show on IMDb or
Is
not
it really?
like MCU show
Well,
on
when,
IMDb. I'm
when
pretty
it
sure.
came out, we saw that it got
I think it's like
very
only
badly
3
review
or
bombed.
something. I mean, yeah, all of the episodes are like below a 5 right now. I think.
And I don't think it's a stinker. I enjoyed the show, and again, we liked all the
It's
Yeah, it was entertaining.
characters. The
I'll
supporting
tell you, I
characters.
mean, like the last 3 are really good, and they took some pretty big risks. Whether or not I think
Yeah.
they landed or not, at least.
And it's not that I don't like her as an actress. It's the character I just find abrasive.
Yeah, right.
And
Right.
I'm going to stick with it. She's not a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not actor.
Not actor.
she's
the
a good-
the,
she's
the,
a good
the
actor.
character is not a good
Right.
person.
Correct.
And I feel like they didn't even play it with the whole thing where like the whole like protagonist thing where like in Breaking Bad you're supposed to follow him, and like you actually think he's a good guy until you
Right.
realize that he's a fucking horrible,
Right.
horrible
Exactly.
person.
I
Like,
kind of
they didn't
I
even
do
play
wish
it like
that
that.
they would have gone that route because from the jump she kind of just isn't very. It's not very easy to cling to her at all.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
because
At
her
any point.
entire thing through this is sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
That's the way she goes through everything.
Mhm.
Like, oh, I feel real bad, but she's really not. She just wants it her way and do it her way and get what she wants to do it.
She screwed over Zeke.
She screwed over.
She
a lot
screwed
of
over
people.
pretty much
bad.
everybody.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, don't worry, I'm going to get you out of here. I'm like, just what you did to this poor guy. This guy was like under the radar.
He was, and living his life, and I mean, she made him a little stronger, mentally, I suppose, but she destroyed his life.
Yeah. I feel like she is just like so like closed off, and like it's just like so obvious to anyone watching that like she's only in relationships for like personal gain
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
type thing.
But that was
I
the
just wish
key.
it was less obvious because I do
It-
like
well, you
that
know
type
what?
of character.
It kind of feels like they're trying to Tony Stark her, where it's like Tony starts out as like this schmuck,
Yeah.
and then by the end of the Avengers stuff, he's the one that sacrifices himself for everybody
Yeah.
that he cares about.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
and I could see maybe the same type of arc with her going through Champions or Young Avengers, whatever
Yeah.
it'll be called.
Like even with the ending, I feel like the pitch of this show is still great. We're like, oh, it ends with like a whole "can you blame her" type deal.
Yeah.
So
All right, so she has her fight with Zeke.
Yeah.
What'd you think of his powers?
thought
I
it
thought
was great.
it's perfect. It's
Yeah.
completely comic accurate, just
Mhm.
I
well
was
played.
that scene where he lets her live.
Yeah, he could have killed her.
I,
He
I
coulda
thought
taken her.
was so
Yeah.
Zeke,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
or Joe. That was done very well.
I love the
I agree.
fact that he ripped her armor apart piece by
Mm.
piece.
Yeah.
The spine especially was
That
Oh,
was
yeah, when
sick.
he pulled
It was
that
like a
out,
predator
yeah.
move.
And I like how that later builds onto the Hood Parker like using him, like not trusting him, and
Right.
then using the
Right.
like
Mhm.
safeguards.
Mhm.
yeah.
you know.
What was that clown?
Yeah.
I think was the
Yeah.
one that
Yeah.
seen her
Mhm.
run away.
I thought it was interesting that
She
she
played that well,
stuck
too.
up for him.
Yeah.
She didn't rat him out
Yeah,
because I think she was told that he
yeah.
killed.
He killed Rampage.
Rampage.
Yeah. And she came out and she asked him outright. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his crew was cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had some problems with
Yeah.
them, but
Yeah.
on the most part, his crew stayed in character,
Yep.
did what they had to do. And
Yeah, and then
pretty cool.
we found like interesting details, like the Blood Brothers, right?
Yeah, just those two
yeah, the two fighters.
siblings
Yeah.
or like blood something.
Mm-hmm.
Blood siblings, I think, in the show, but like there are blood brothers in the MCU or Marvel
Mm-hmm.
that Thanos fights or something. I don't know.
The Blood Brothers were apes, though.
Yeah, but it isn't. Don't you have that one comic where
guys
it's
you
like
have the
they
comic,
were-
right?
the
Yeah,
Blood
I think
Brothers.
that's who they are.
They were kind
yeah.
of simian looking.
Yeah, they were. No, they were. I think they were like superpowered gorillas
Yeah.
that were managed to tear apart Iron Man's armor for a little.
Jeez.
oh,
Yeah.
then it's definitely supposed to be that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely.
Yeah.
The one,
But
Because
this-
yeah,
this
Thanos'
version-
first appearance
yeah,
as
this
Iron
This version
Man,
was
right?
okay.
the one thing that bothered me
Go ahead.
was the Blood Brothers went through how many heists and beat up how many people?
I have to agree with that. The White Castle scene with that.
What the fuck? She went through the whole crew like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like John Wick
Also,
style.
that
with her
one guy
ingenuity.
fucking like punched her
Oh, yeah.
so far
Yeah.
across that place.
Yeah, they smashed her head against
Yeah,
the...
that was an
Yeah.
unnecessary fight. That
just
should have
couldn't-
never been
I was
choreographed.
just like,
And
who
all
is
she
this
had,
guy?
all she
Yeah.
had was that little rube over here.
I
you
thought
know?
that like they were
He
like
launched
normal
her.
people,
Yeah.
but like he fucking. I
No,
don't
he
know if he
was.
has powers.
I think he was just. I think she's just like 80 pounds personally.
I mean,
But-
like she flew.
The two of them walk through 20 armed guards
Yeah.
like nothing, and they can't corral this little girl.
hiding in a kitchen at a White Castle.
One detail that I like is there's a robot arm in the White Castle.
Yes.
I guess just to clear it out for the show,
Mhm.
but it works because it's one of Iron Man's inventions,
Oh, cool.
Ah.
and like it's the things that he even uses in Iron Man 1.
Right.
hmm
Right. For
Yeah,
its own-
he
yeah.
built them at
Cool.
MIT.
Very
So
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fight should have.
Mhm.
I don't know, but it is what it is. It,
Yeah.
it led to better things.
I've seen a lot of people saying like Tony would be so disappointed with Riri killing people
Mhm.
and shit, and it's just like I don't fucking think he would, because like I think he would understand that in like the heat of battle.
Yeah.
I don't think Stark would have a problem.
No, a lot of people are. There's so that's why I said like so many people I think are hating on this because of who she is,
Yeah.
and they're like they don't want Tony Stark's legacy to be followed up by a young African American woman.
Mm.
Little
Yeah, well, that's
disappointing
terrible.
that you could take out her suit with a big magnet.
Yeah.
That was kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
are you fucking kidding me? Anybody could do that. Just have a little electromagnet and boom. So the suit was, I got to say, the suit wasn't impressive.
I agree.
The suit's AI, Natalie, was super
Was sick,
impressive, but the suit itself,
I mean, like the final suit, like looks fine.
yeah, looked great, but
But it's still made out of automobile
Yeah.
steel.
yeah, which
Yeah.
I told him
Yeah.
on the way here. There's nothing in that car that's going to make anybody's armor special.
No.
Yeah.
Sheet metal and
I'm glad it's
Cast
not
iron.
fucking nanotech though. I just don't want more nanotech suits.
Yeah.
And even
But
like
but even with the imbued magic, the only time she used it was to make him stop being invisible. That was it.
Was when she pretended to fucking explode. Was that magic or was that
Yeah,
like
that
Th-
had to
she
be
s-
magic.
AI?
She said that was AI. There was like a hologram.
well, yeah, I think it's the hologram tech she was using throughout the show.
I think the basic, she just needed a power source. I think the magic was actually just the power, source for
itself?
the, and then she did that one move, like you said, where he was invisible and she made him visible.
Yeah. Last week you were like saying something about how he becomes like a demon,
Mm-hmm.
and then
We
this
seen
week,
it
yeah,
happen.
I
Yeah.
thought
Yeah.
that looked.
You nailed
Nice.
it. You did that
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, he looked good. He kind of looked
He
like
looked like the Hobgoblin to me.
Yeah, yeah. I
Built-
Yeah.
very
He
much
built
so.
up a lot of strength too. I mean, he was taking some shots and giving shots back.
Slightly gave me hints of Morbius.
A little bit.
Okay, the way he was clawing at
Yeah.
it. But very cool.
I guess like how many ways can you portray a demon?
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
I liked it though. Again, production value on this show
Was great.
Was awesome.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I guess we're getting to the guess who shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you have anything else you want to mention.
no, I guess we can just talk about the Mephisto scenes really.
What did we think about his introduction?
I thought his actual like introduction, like oh I'm just in the side of a wall here, was a little bit weird. But once you actually get into it, it's just like oh fucking Sacha Baron Cohen is Mephisto
Yeah.
in
I-
real life.
I like the way the show, well, like, because we saw the leaks of someone in the tunnel. The way they kind of like tried to, what do you call it?
Like bait and switch
Yeah,
it?
bait and switch
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Anthony Ramos was wearing like a
Yeah.
suit. He had the cape on. I was like, oh, so it's him. That's who we see. But it's actually Sacha Baron Cohen walking up. So that's very cool. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I don't know how I didn't like realize that like could just be whoever had the hood first. Like I don't know, it just didn't occur to me when we were talking about that picture. But I don't know, it just makes sense, I guess. Yeah.
Well, it was not Doctor Doom.
No.
I had a little
not.
problem with Mephisto, who we were hoping would show up
Mm-hmm.
10 years ago
Yeah,
in the fucking MCU.
Yeah.
Just kind of popping up in the middle of a chase for a guy trying to rob a house.
It kind of feels like small time stuff for him.
But you know what? That's what the fuck Mephisto is.
Mhm.
That's what he manipulates souls and
And that's what they definitely built on that pretty well.
Yeah.
That
he
this-
found that.
Exactly.
I mean, it wasn't just a guy trying to get revenge against his father.
No.
This guy from 12 years old, that's all he thought about in his
That's-
entire. So he was like a special kind of soul to
and I
manipulate.
guess that's why Riri is also a
I mean, he even says,
perfect.
right?
yeah. She's perfect for it too because of that
Yeah.
passion on that one thing.
Yeah.
I'm a bit confused, like, what can Mephisto do and what can't he do in, like, the Earth? Because, like,
Yeah.
is it just that he's, like, afraid of, like, the Sorcerer Supreme coming after him if he, like, is just full-on, like, out,
He's-
I guess?
My understanding is he's all powerful in his own realm, but he's limited to in what he can do actually on Earth. So he'll use people, like go through people, whatever, manipulate people, and he has articles that are powerful on Earth. I think him in our dimension, he's powerful, but he's not the all powerful that he would be if we went into like that the restaurant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's his domain. I mean, he could make it do whatever he wants with it. So when they were sitting down at the table talking,
Yeah.
it's not like he was talking in a restaurant on Earth because they had to walk through that door
Yeah.
to get there. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like,
how quickly he got her out of the suit just with a snap
Right,
of
yeah.
his
Yeah, I mean,
fingers.
he could manipulate. It's his kingdom. You know, it's
I
his-
guess I am just still confused on, like, his limits. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like
I mean,
I
he's-
wish we were shown that. a
he
bit more.
can't just be the god and you know,
Yeah.
make everyone bow, but he's still a powerful entity.
Also, the fucking Dormammu thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
That line,
that was funny.
he can
That
lick
was
my
great.
glorious asshole.
Yeah.
That ugly pillock isn't fit to clean my glorious asshole. I kind of like the whole thing. There's like a thing in Marvel where Satan, like the devil,
Right.
disappeared years ago, and just everybody, like Dormammu is like one of the contenders. Mephisto is one of the contenders.
Yeah.
There's just a million contenders for the actual devil.
Right.
It's just I like that because
Yeah.
like I feel like Mephisto is also like clearly lying so often.
About everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
like even his fucking accent changes. You can't trust him.
Sacha Baron Cohen,
I
perfect.
think
Knocked
he's
it out of
perfect
the
for
park.
it. Yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's such like a fun fan cast that's
Yes.
also just fucking great.
Yes, he's got that little mix of craziness and seriousness and scariness. And
Yeah.
But did you guys catch it?
In the spoon.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know I have like a whole photo on my phone just in case.
I missed it. He's
What?
like, go back, pause it. He said, let
I
me take a
didn't see it.
picture.
You didn't see
You
it?
didn't see it in the
No.
spoon? The
I
reflection?
wasn't like when he stirred his coffee and he picked
Jack
his
missed
spoon
it the
up.
first go around as well.
Well, I saw that there was like a red
him.
thing. I
His
just thought it was like a
reflection.
sign.
That's Mephisto.
Yeah.
Ah, I
Very
did
cool.
not see that.
That little quick.
He's had like the
boom.
glowing
I
white
love that.
eyes. That
Yeah.
was so cool.
I love that.
I did not see that.
So like, where does he come into the MCU next? Because I feel like this kind of can't be it for
Right.
Mephisto.
They have to do something.
Yeah. Whether it's something in Avengers or something past Avengers, maybe like they were talking about going into the supernatural side of stuff later down the line.
It has to be later down the line because I can't see an Ironheart being controlled by Mephisto being in any other
Mm-hmm.
supergroup or whatever.
Yeah.
When do we see an Ironheart again?
I'm
feel
sure
like-
she's down the road somewhere.
And do you think that she has something up her sleeve where she knows that she can come around and beat him?
I don't
Or
know.
do you think
Like
she
that
does
ending is
think-
so fucking confusing,
It
and
is
I just think like
confusing.
her conversation with Mephisto
Yeah.
is so much worse than the Hood's conversation.
I'm just wondering
Yeah.
if is what's going on real right now, or is it a Mephisto
like something
thing?
I was thinking is if they eventually bring in Ghost Rider, like Ironheart's got to get out of this somehow.
Mm-hmm.
How do they do that without making it feel like Ghost Rider's just a fucking idiot?
Mhm.
Because like
Yeah.
if Ironheart can get out of it, how does Ghost Rider?
I mean, do
Or
you
how
do,
doesn't
like,
Ghost Rider?
Strange Academy is next for this story, seemingly?
I feel like the only plan they had for Ironheart was just Ironheart season 2. Other
Maybe,
than
'cause,
Young
I mean, like,
Avengers.
Strange Academy is definitely happening, and like the character of Zella basically confirms it,
Mhm.
and that it's a thing, and
I
then
think
she'll
she's a
be
great
in it.
character too.
There's also like Doctor Strange 3 at some
Mhm.
point, right?
And
So-
we think that might be the sneaky movie that sort of works. its
One
way in
of
this-
two.
yeah, one of
So,
two
Yeah.
movies. So like it kind of just depends on where you want to put Riri. Do you
Mhm.
want her a part of this weird like techie magic thing that you're doing, or is that like a one-off thing for this show? I don't know, because like also there's already promo stuff where she's like a part of Young Avengers.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah.
I guess if you want the Disney cruise ship shit to be canon, but I like it is kind of weird
Yeah.
that they would
Oh, yeah.
have her as the Young Avengers thing.
Yeah. Now there has to be something connected with that. You're 100% right. They're not just going to do that and have it be a standalone.
And then
They-
also you have like Wiccan and Speed out there.
Yeah, true.
Which I would love to see that actually happen, and they come out with that in Vision. I hope
Mhm.
Vision happens.
I think it will.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I don't know if it's a rumor that they had contracted Aubrey Plaza to play Lady Death again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She
They didn't
was
say
great.
where or when, but so if Death comes back,
Yeah.
but they should have had Mephisto and Agatha.
Yeah. Everything is kind of up in the air in a very confusing way. It's an odd way to have gone about all of this, I think.
Yeah.
I feel like we just hit a wall here.
No, it's
Yeah.
I feel like we literally just talked about everything.
Mhm.
that we could.
But like why like I guess I could see why she would take the deal. But
Mhm.
you just saw what happened with the Hood, right?
right.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yeah, that is weird. But
But you know her. She's
I-
always got to find a way out.
That's
I got a
what I'm
solution.
thinking. What does she have up her sleeve, so
Yeah.
to speak, that she thinks that she can beat it, get what she wants again, and move on and land on her feet again,
I don't
mean,
know.
like she's done her entire life.
When I just even liked when he said, "I've been called a lot of different names and this and that. My name's Mephisto."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Is that supposed to mean something?"
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
Uh-huh.
so what?
But I like she's exactly how Ezekiel put it when in that prison. She's
Perfect.
a selfish.
He
She
nailed
is.
her perfectly.
100%. And that's
that's-
why I don't like the character. I find the character abrasive.
Yep,
Somebody's always causing drama and what have you. you
Yeah.
know, and I shy away from it.
I 100% agree
Yeah.
with you.
I feel like it's tough that like Armor Wars isn't a thing anymore.
yeah,
Mhm.
Because like I feel like his Zeke would have been perfect to like
Yeah.
pop up in that. I don't know where he would show up now, and I hope he's not just done forever.
And he still have the connection to the original Hood?
I think
know?
he like they
Is
said
he
that
still controlled?
he was like he was
No, no.
factory reset.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
Exactly.
reset him, right?
Okay.
Correct. She had to kick him in the nuts
Mhm.
to shut down the system.
That was funny.
Yeah, I don't think he was gonna remember her after that, right?
Yeah, he left. That was a scene. I don't know. Maybe
I don't
zoned
think
out
that
a
was
little bit.
I thought like
But
he
he-
was gonna get kicked in the nuts, and then like he just totally resets, and he's
not
like,
his fucking brain, like just the like system inside of
control
him.
system,
yeah,
yeah.
like the Iron Man.
Because he
shit.
even told her we're not done.
yeah.
They go after him, but we're not done.
That's like another like villain thing. Like he has motivation, he has the power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fucking villains won.
I mean, it also does seem like they kind of set up like an Ironheart season 2.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's- yeah.
That's
think
why
almost
I say
certainly.
like I
Yeah.
feel like that is really the only plan for her at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird thing to do, just given where everything in the MCU is at.
Yeah. I just feel like everything that could have like continuing Iron Man characters is just like so up in the air.
Yeah,
Like there's 3 options:
I mean,
Ironheart season 2, Young Avengers,
the next project
and
is
Armor Wars.
not even something of this universe, and
Mhm.
then immediately after that, the next thing is maybe like Daredevil, but
I mean,
and
this
then
is
you
still
just
like
go
a
to
surprise
Avengers.
MCU movie
Not before Avengers, though.
before. Yeah.
Before?
Yeah. Because both of them got pushed back, so now there's one before Avengers. So
Okay, I have no idea. I don't think it'll include her though.
yeah, I don't think so either.
So-
It's probably just fucking Doctor Strange 3 or
Well, if it's Doctor Strange 3, it might.
oh yeah, I guess so.
Because I don't know, like she has like fucking Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I don't know.
Magic.
Just fucking who knows?
I don't know.
Favorite scenes, least favorite scenes
I like when
I'd
she
say my
destroyed
favorite
the
scene-
sign.
is probably just the Hood talking to Mephisto.
Yeah,
I'd have to say all Mephisto scenes were my favorite.
yeah. I have to agree with that.
I also think Hood and Zeke were pretty good.
Yeah, pretty much the same boat as you.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
quite a few really good scenes.
Yeah, good dialogue scenes were going on.
Yeah.
Definitely, and I enjoyed that. Least favorite scenes were that whole "let's build a new suit" thing.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's
Little-
close. That
yeah.
and the White Castle fight.
Yeah.
Um,
The White Castle fight, some of it I enjoyed, but again with the
Power
Blood Brothers,
levels,
whatever
yeah.
they were, when they were in there, and I'm like, these guys power through everything without even getting a scratch.
And the
And she's knocking them down and beating them up and getting away from them. And there's no way she would have survived that.
no
punch.
way, no way.
That's where I went wrong on that. But it's still the least favorite scenes. The whole rebuild, the armor.
Mhm.
Yeah.
how long did that take?
Yeah, exactly. But it was one of those. Everybody's coming in with drinks and sandwiches and pieces
and
and
that
parts.
happens a
Time
lot
lapse.
throughout
Yeah.
the series.
Yeah.
Anytime she had to re-up something, but
Yeah.
she had to be ready by 6 o'clock the
Mhm.
next evening, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you got to rebuild this whole fucking thing. How long do you?
Exactly.
But
Driving
yeah,
a car with a stranger to do it.
yeah, for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that part was pretty cool too. When she went to his lab
Oh, when she went to his
try
lab to
destroy
figure
the-
stuff out. Yeah.
Mm.
that little piece.
And then she like orders food.
Yeah.
I was like,
That was hilarious.
Yeah. I guess for ratings, I'll just rate the episodes individually. I'd say it's like almost a 6, 6.5, 7.5, 7.5, and then a 6.5.
At the end.
Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't. Something about the last episode just like fell apart pretty quickly for me.
yeah, I think overall I'm at like a 6, 6.5.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, the last 3 were better than the first 3.
Mhm.
Like I said, I had no problem with production value. The characters, except for her, she was like you said,
Mhm.
she's just a little too. I wanted to like her, and
Yeah.
I just never really got there.
It's just
But,
like not much to latch on to with her.
Yeah.
And that could be something they were going for.
Yeah, no,
It definitely is.
absolutely. I mean, she's reading.
I just
her
don't think
script,
they played
but,
it well.
Mhm.
You know, I'm gonna give it a 7. Mephisto
Mhm.
was very cool.
Yeah. I'd be 6.5 to 7 on it. And I'd like to see more.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
would.
Yeah, you got me.
No matter what
curious
color
now.
I am.
I'm just gonna give it a solid 6. I think it's
Solid 6.
solid 6.
There you go.
Without context of last episode, you were green. That's a very like weird thing to say.
Mhm. All right, let's
Um,
wrap this on up here.
Next week.
Next week.
we got Superman 2025.
Nice.
Next week we look up
Yeah.
Superman.
Nice. Uh oh.
Oh.
What's this?
What is this?
What is this? Woohoo!
What is this?
Superman.
Really?
Dun,
I got mine, man.
Nice.
They got me one, man.
Wow.
Very
What'd you do? Buy your
nice.
shirts?
Yep.
Wow.
Medium?
All mediums?
2 are extra large.
Oh, these are extra.
This
Okay.
is extra large here.
So I get an extra large here?
Oh yeah, this is.
These are mediums.
This is a medium.
This is the extra largest?
That's weird that they
And you
put.
got an extra large there? Okay.
I don't know why they put 3.
Dun,
As
dun,
in-
dun.
That's weird.
What'd you get these, Jack?
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, Jack. Okay.
Jack, you are awesome. Very
Next
nice.
week on the Cape Critikers, Superman.
Superman.
He's finally here.
Going for it.
All
Yes.
right.
Wow.
We're gonna look extra drippy.
Very cool. Very cool.
So look up.
Superman.
It's Ironheart.
It's Ironheart.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye to all my terrible hosts.
Bye.